as good as Diaz is, sometimes he's left a little bit exposed.
I want to talk to you about João Cancelo, Ashley, because he's a fullback, but not necessarily in the true sense of the word. He shifts position. He's also almost moved the position on. We saw Pep do it with Kimmich and Lahm, particularly at Bayern Munich. What do you make of this role?
He's a joy to watch. I think, as you mentioned, I think Pep needs to take credit for that. I think when Zinchenko plays in that position as well, you know, they've got that ability and understanding to, you know, come inside. Willingness to run and beat players 1v1. He uses his pace, and I think his creativity is, you know, getting crosses in. Again here, always willing, isolated 1v1, little bit of skill, and then the quality of his final ball has been brilliant. You see that understanding to play inside that position, again, creating numerical overloads in midfield, you know, and that takes a lot of game understanding, you know, when to pop out, when to pop in, and then you see final play now is you know, he's gone up a level, and I think that is work now in the Man City's favour now. That game understanding, young kids need to watch him.
Yeah, would you fancy playing that particular way? Was it even in your mind that was even possible?
Yeah, I would play that way. I think it's not just for the attacking reason. I think it's also for, you know, putting yourself in defensive positions where you can react quick, you know, that counter transition, you lose the ball, you're close enough to the opponent on the edge of their box to regain the ball, but you have to have a real good game understanding. You see different pictures from playing left back, now you start to step into midfield, now you've got 3 or 4 players around you, now you need that creativity.
Yeah, Michael, Zach Steffen's in goal, as he always is in the FA Cup. What can you tell people at home about him that perhaps don't know him so well?
It's been so hard because Ederson's so good of a keeper, but he's a US international. He's played all the rounds of the FA Cup. He actually played in Champions League as well. He's a steady goalkeeper. Doesn't make too many mistakes. He hasn't got the, let's say, the footwork of Ederson, where exactly, we're talking about the #1 keeper in the world. But what he has got a safe pair of hands, and I don't want to jinx him today, but yeah, he's not let Man City down up till now.
Okay, as for Chelsea, well, their boss, there he is, Thomas Tuchel. He's won domestic cup competitions in Germany with Borussia Dortmund and France with PSG. Now he's looking to become the first German manager to take a team into the FA Cup final. I spoke with him yesterday.
Big Thomas. Go on, lads.
Thomas, for people in this country that perhaps haven't followed German football or France football, how would you describe your philosophy for the game?
Well, I like to attack. So almost all of our time we spend about thinking how we can score and how we can win the ball back as high as possible. So for me it's about attacking the goal, attacking the spaces, the box, and attacking the opponent when we don't have the ball.
That's interesting you say that, Thomas, because a lot of your success so far at Chelsea has been built on a good defensive foundation, the fact that you've not conceded many goals.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, we spend maybe 10% of our daily work, a maximum of 10% on defensive movements and of defensive patterns. I mean, we started all as kids with a ball under our arm and wanted to play. I never met one of my friends on the playground and he said, no, today I only want to defend. Everybody wanted to play, everybody wanted to have the ball and wanted to score. So I truly believe that this game is about attacking and having the ball and winning the ball back. At the same time, I strongly believe in a structure. I absolutely strongly believe in a structure, even during the attacks, to be ready to win the ball back.
And Chelsea
No worries, Cal. Don't, Jack. I'm just not looking forward to this, man. Seeing that goalkeeper in goal. I'm not so upset about the rest of it, though.
I would say very well.
I need to have a look at it again.
Well, it looks that way, certainly judging by results.
Honestly, I'm very happy that they were so.
I need to have a look at it again.
I mean, Frank
Where
was
is
here
it?
before, and I have a lot of respect for Frank's legacy here in this club, and they even said it.
Twitter has been a nightmare today.
So now I'm here, but you need
I
to
have a
believe
look at the
me,
lineup.
it's not my fault that he is out. So I was very happy that the team accepted also me and my ideas and accepted me as a part of this team.
Was there a lot that you felt you had to fix?
No, absolutely not.
And when you took the Chelsea job, Thomas, were you
What's
at all
this,
concerned with the fact that the
okay.
history of the modern Chelsea,
Strong.
coaches don't last that long? Is that something to consider?
We're
Yeah,
definitely
it was
going to
something
abuse
to
Thingy's
consider,
pace today.
honestly.
Timo's pace.
I mean, I come from a situation where we won 4
Okay,
titles at the
Kante
Champions
though.
League
I'm
final
happy
in one
Kante's
season,
playing.
and I got sacked on Christmas evening after 4-0 at home. So maybe the situation obviously can happen, which was not nice. When I heard from my lawyer, it's about 18
Let's
months.
go,
I
Watson.
was like, for some minutes I was irritated.
Can you guys hear the commentary alright? Was it too loud? Too quiet?
Already, like another idea coming out.
tell me.
They want to be sure, but then I thought, like, hey, come on, you can have a 5-year contract if you don't deliver.
Let's go,
you will be
Nathan.
out
Let's go,
anyway.
Nathan.
The excitement was much bigger than
I couldn't find my toast top. I think it's in the wash.
When you got the Chelsea job,
So
said, Thomas
we're
is
sticking
my
with
friend,
the
I'd like
light
to see
blue
him,
of
but it'll be a
colours
tough
of City,
one, won't it,
unfortunately.
against
But
a very good side.
Oh, it's a tough
today's gonna be hard, man,
It's
for
so
us.
nice and so
Looking forward to
hard
that.
to play against his teams.
What's the most difficult thing about playing against the Pep Guardiola team?
He has this strong belief, and he is transporting this strong belief to his players, that they believe so much in what they do that is so hard to break their rhythm, is so hard to break their self-confidence, is so hard to make them suffer. There is a gap between Man City and us. You just need to look at the fixture. There's no secret, but for one game, I demand this of myself and of my team, that we have to be able to close the gap for one game. No excuses accepted.
And if you do that, now I read Thomas that you're a German that doesn't drink beer. What will you celebrate with?
I will find stuff, but it will not be here.
What a lad. Big Tuchel.
Well, he was certainly in a good mood, as you'd expect. He's had a terrific few months in charge of Chelsea.
Thiago
so
Silva
far.
back at centre back though, man.
Actually, he said
I don't
there, it's
know.
quite interesting that he said he doesn't focus too much on defending. He focuses
Where's
much
Zoom?
more
I would have
attacking
preferred
side of
Zoom,
things,
man,
which
and
promises much more
maybe
to come,
Rudiger as
possibly.
central.
It does. I think it all starts from the back. I think, you know, with the confidence, I think he's gained.
But then
the
Thiago Silva,
defenders,
Mark,
you know,
Gabriel Jesus.
they're always
Gabriel Jesus
brave on
got the pace,
ball,
but
willing to play out,
experience
kind
of
but then when they break that line and get it into midfield,
Thiago.
you don't really see too many straight passes. That little diagonal pass, you know, breaking lines, playing through teams, and then when they want to attack and they counter attack, they go with speed and intensity.
Do you think that the one thing that has slightly changed under Tuchel now than in regards to Frank is that when they get the ball, they move it a little bit quicker, don't they?
Yeah, I think maybe at times under Frank, you know, at times maybe it was a little bit static with player movement. You know, that they played across the back maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 or 3 passes too much. But I think under Thomas, you know, a little bit more, and I say direct.
What am I predicting?
But it's, you know, play through the
I
lines.
don't know,
diagonal-
man. If
diagonal
I'm
passes,
generally
and then
honest,
when they go with so
I would love to see Chelsea win, but
he said there that
it's
there's not much
gonna be tough,
to
man.
fix, with this Chelsea when he came in.
Uh,
But there are some
you know what, I'll
obvious
go 1-1.
differences which you would
I'll go 1-1.
expect, and we can see in the comparisons here. of
Yeah,
minutes
Watson, that's the
played under
thing.
Lampard and minutes played under Tuchel. Obviously, injuries will play some part in that, but
Yeah, you can see the one who's played the most. It's Mason Mount. There has been a regular. I mean, when you consider Tuchel left him, didn't play him in his first game, he went with
Yeah,
experience,
Nathan,
didn't
it
he,
does. It helps everyone
get
top
that
4, man.
result. But, I mean, the
West Ham
talent of
losing.
this
We need to
young
pick
man
points up on Tuesday
is
against
incredible.
Brighton.
The composure that he,
That'll be
that he
like
has, the
solid
vision
for us after us
that he
dropping
has,
points
and
against
score
West Brom.
goals, and he's got a huge future ahead of him if he keeps on going. And there's no reason why that shouldn't happen. He gets into those positions. The confidence that he has in himself is very, very difficult to pick up, because he can ghost into those areas where defenders don't want to go, and he can pull teams apart with his ability.
I watched him in the last round as well. I've been so impressed with him.
Oh,
I think
sorry about
the
that,
best
guys.
I've ever seen him is in the Atletico Madrid game, the way he bossed it. He became mature. I wasn't too sure about
Mason,
that.
Mount. He's
I
gonna be
wasn't a doubter.
massive
I
for us
just thought
today.
Grealish had a little bit
He's going to be huge for us today. For us to score goals, he's going to be big.
Performance,
Getting that ball in.
He's took it to the next level. The way he controls the games, the way he can drop into positions, where he can defend. I think he's got it all already, dude.
Yeah, and he's got great energy.
Yeah,
Werner's
starting.
Reece James.
That's just pace abuse. That's what it is. It's not even for him to score.
Strides, hasn't he, this season under both managers?
Yeah, he has. Again, probably, when he first come in the team, he burst onto the scene like Mike. But no, I think after the great loan experience at Wigan and the performance he was putting in week out there, everyone was dying for him to come in and play for Chelsea. It was difficult. You had Cesar Azpilicueta, the captain in front of you, which makes it difficult. But I think he's come on leaps and bounds. I think he's defensively got stronger. I always keep going back to it, but that game understanding and reading of the game has improved. And now you
could go on to realise his potential, unlike
I tell you what, he's in a position where there's enough some talent around in that right back position.
Yeah, there is a lot of talent right back. Well, in a lot of areas with young English players. Micah, Timo Werner gets a chance. It's been a tough season, mate. No question about that.
It really has, and this is someone who I'm a big fan of, to be honest. When he came to Chelsea, I thought he would score 20 plus goals a season. But he scored 2 in his last 33 for club and country. And he does everything well apart from the last bit. I don't know if it's his composure or if he's trying too hard. I seen the interview, the manager come out in the interview who said he doesn't need to stay out and practice finishing anymore. He just needs to come naturally. And I do believe he can come. But if you look at this here, I mean, you expect him to put that in the net. And from a striker's point of view, Alan, what is he doing wrong?
The one thing I would say is that he's still getting in there. He's still not shying away, which he has to do, because if he keeps on getting, some of these chances that we've been watching there are absolute sitters, and we're studying.
Everyone has a bad spell, don't they? Especially when you come into a new country, you've got to settle, particularly in these times as well, with the pandemic and the difficulties.
Watson, you're not wrong there, mate. He just needs confidence, mate. If he bags goals, that's what it is. He gets into positions, that's the problem. Werner gets into the positions and he's had opportunities and stuff. He just needs goals. Like, I would say tap-ins, but he can't even score them.
What have Chelsea got to do if they're to win this, Ashley?
Be brave. Play
it's
with
going to
a
be
lot
tough,
of
man, this
confidence.
game, man.
And in the semi-final, around the corner, I think with the players we have, even on, you look at the bench, how strong they are, you've got to believe that you could go out here today and come out with a victory.
Man City don't have many bad days, it appears, certainly not this season.
You sound like you want them to have a bad day today.
No, not at all. I love watching them play. I mean, they are fabulous to watch. They play great football.
This fucking stream's behind. Let me refresh, guys. Fucking mouse moving, but the words are... BBC Sport, yeah? Nice one.
I'm just trying to point out the fact that every team must have an off day. They lost to Leeds last week, for example.
Yeah, they lost to Leeds last week, and
there
I mentioned there on the analysis, there is a way to beat Man City. It's just how much you can get that ball back. Man City will dominate possession, as we would know, but on the counter attack, they'll be good. They're coming to the business end of the season. The pressure's gonna be mounting. It's gonna be building. But they just got to take every game as it comes. I believe they'll be good today because they rotate the team so many times that whoever comes in is trying to impress. I think that's why the standard has been so high for them.
What 5 or 6 weeks it could be for these football clubs. I mean, the competitions that they're still in. There's so much for them to
starts in 3 minutes.
Play for. Players
not even out on the pitch.
Players that are coming in have got no choice. They've got to go out and perform. Which is why I think it could be and could be a
quick segue before we start. Back in a second, guys.
Certainly could. As you can see, the teams, or certainly Chelsea, are on their way out. Manchester City will no doubt follow shortly. We can join our commentators to talk us through who will make it to this year's FA Cup final. Will it be Chelsea or Manchester City? Let's find out with Steve Wilson, who's alongside Martin Keown.
Thank you very much, Gary, and good afternoon, everybody from Wembley. The fourth FA Cup semi-final in the last 5 seasons for Chelsea, and the same goes for Manchester City, but only the second meeting at this stage of the oldest cup competition between these two. That was 2013, City 2, Chelsea 1. City then lost the final to Wigan. A reminder that in this competition sometimes anything goes. It is the 27th semi-final at the new Wembley, and please God, the last without fans. 4,000 will attend tomorrow's match here between Leicester City and Southampton. None today. This competition in this strangest of seasons all began on August the 31st when Woodford Town beat London Coney in the first match of the extra preliminary round. So from Woodford to Wembley in 240 days. Who will prevail? Pep Guardiola or Thomas Tuchel? Let's have a look at the starting lineups for this first semi-final of the 2021 FA Cup season. Then in goal for Chelsea, Kepa Arrizabalaga. He's played every round of the cup so far. At the back, Thiago Silva's won 13 domestic cups in his career, but never played in this FA Cup before. Mateo Kovacic is out injured. Jorginho missed a penalty in the shootout when Chelsea lost to City here in the League Cup final 2 years ago. N'Golo Kante would love to play an FA Cup final against Leicester, whilst up front Mount and Ziyech support Timo Werner, returning to the side, having been an unused substitute in Chelsea's last 2 games. So in goal for City, Zach Steffen, 26-year-old American, played against Chelsea in the Premier League win against them in January. At the back, it is João Cancelo and Mendy. At the fullbacks, Diaz and Laporte in the middle. Manchester City's midfield will include Kevin De Bruyne, torturing their opposition until 2015 at least, after he signed his new deal this month. Whilst up front for Manchester City, Ferran Torres has only started 5 games this calendar year. Raheem Sterling has started only 2 of their last 8. Gabriel Jesus has never scored in 7 games against Chelsea.
There we go.
It's a packed bench, packed with talent. No Tammy Abraham
Chelsea
on the bench.
No shit.
Chelsea.
You'd love to see it.
Chasing an unprecedented quadruple. Pep Guardiola. Well, for many, it's been a day of contemplation.
Go on, Chelsea.
Courage. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, was president of the FA in the mid-50s. Guest of honour at many a cup final, including the.
I might be a
Matthews
bit
final
behind,
of
guys, because
53.
I'm watching it on the internet, not on actual BBC Sport.
Wembley
So
to the
please do
World
not
Cup final
spoil
in 1966 and the European Championship
scores.
final of 1996.
Like, I'm guessing it's kicked off.
And Wembley will hush now for a period of silence to remember a remarkable long life.
Come on, boys. Let's go.
Mike Dean is the referee for this afternoon's proceedings.
Here we go, Mike fucking Baldy Dean.
Chelsea, who will get the game underway.
Come on.
From right to left, but first, as at every game we've seen this season, the players of both these sides will take a knee, continuing the message that there is no place for discrimination in our sport. It's
Let's go,
Chelsea
boys.
against
Come on.
Manchester City with an FA Cup final, the prize, Martin Keown. And it's one of those games which just makes the hairs stand up a little bit.
Mouth-watering, isn't it? Let's hope we're in for a classic. Both teams played in midweek very well, of course, into the semi-final of the Champions League. So and that game could actually happen as a final. So they're in really good form, these two teams at the moment.
Manchester City from left to right. João Cancelo into Fernandinho. And Ruben Dias. And the first touch for Zach Steffen in this semi-final in the Manchester City goal. It's selection poser for both coaches, and both coaches are stuck with what we can call their cup keepers.
Yeah, number of changes for City, 8 changes. Is that too many?
Nah, he's a second keeper. He's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
The players coming in, isn't it? To be
He is
the
pretty
first
good.
choices in future.
Like, I don't think
Number of
he's
changes.
made a mistake for City whenever he's been playing.
3 changes in the Chelsea lineup from there. Victory, I say victory, they lost the second leg of the tie to FC Porto but progressed to the semi-final of the Champions League. Manchester City with this throw-in, and it's Mendy.
Slightly different, isn't it? That Man City midfield, Fernandinho, Rodri sitting. We only have one sitter. Looks like De Bruyne is going to play off the front today.
Almost a sort of 4-2-3-1 for City with De Bruyne in the number 10 position.
Well, he's been immense, hasn't he? He's been playing in that false 9 recently. Doesn't matter where you play him, you know he's going to do something special.
Chelsea's throw, Chilwell. That is De Bruyne. Dean's whistle shrilly blows for a Chelsea free kick taken by Jorginho.
Big Buffon, mate. What a guy.
He's been a remarkable player for so many years, Thiago Silva, and even at the end of his career, and he's 36 now, he's proving to be a really, really good acquisition for Chelsea.
And they're going to need him today because, especially in possession, he does pass it really well, doesn't he?
Go on.
Of course,
Nice.
played under Thomas Tuchel for Paris Saint-Germain last season. Talk about Pep Guardiola chasing a quadruple. That is exactly the position that Thomas Tuchel was in last season in Paris. They ended up winning the 3 domestic French trophies and losing the Champions League final.
Yeah, he's been incredibly successful.
Damn.
Just out of shot there, actually. Interesting. Werner already making runs off the ball over the top. It's quite a high line from City. We talked about lack of pace. I'm sure that's why Werner's in there today.
N'Golo Kante forward. It's gone out of play. But for Chelsea, club goals
This is going to
per
be
game,
tough for us to keep hold of
started the
possession, man.
season pretty well, but it's 2 in his last 29 games for Chelsea.
Well, it's really
Fucking
not good
hell.
enough, but you're going to change that. Today's the day to do that, isn't it?
It's curled forward onto the chest of Ferran Torres. João Cancelo. Ruben Dias to Laporte. Let's talk about the 8 changes, but the 8 players who've come in will all feel that they will need a game. Laporte fits into that category. João Cancelo possibly in recent weeks. Fernandinho certainly.
Cancelo's been really impressive, playing left back, almost doubles up as a midfield player. Today he's playing quite wide as a right back.
Rodri back to goalkeeper Steffen. Ruben Dias to João Cancelo.
That's good by us.
Seeing it through to Rudiger for Chelsea. Stabbed on by Jorginho, cut out by Fernandinho. It's going to be a Manchester
Yo, what's
City
up, Jonathan?
throw in, which Fernandinho will take.
Jesus there just threatened, didn't he, to run in behind and miscommunication to get it back again, Chelsea.
Go on, Werner, you're on.
Chilwell forward.
You're on.
Chasing here, the flag has stayed down for the moment. Ziyech is in the middle.
Get
In
in!
the net, the flag goes up.
No!
I think we all suspected it would.
Ziyech knew, didn't he? We had a really good view of that. Wait for VAR to confirm it, but certainly the naked eye, he looked as if he was offside. Werner.
Offside is confirmed. It has to be the flag on the far side.
No!
Ziyech did what he had to do. You've got to put the ball in the net and then
Fuck!
to see what VAR
4 inches,
We
man.
already talked, didn't we, about Werner on the last shoulder of the defender, last defender.
Well then, Mason.
There he was again.
Go on, Chilwell.
Now.
Go on.
He's offside at the moment. And Chilwell looks for Ziyech in the middle and it's put behind for a corner kick by Laporte.
Inches.
And Chelsea
It's good
are
though.
the first side
Good.
really
It's good.
to burst into life in this semi-final.
They are, and it's Werner, isn't it? Just getting in nicely.
What a ball by Chilwell though.
Ziyech,
So
Laporte
close.
coming across really smartly, needed to.
So the first corner is the Chelsea
Jonathan.
corner, played short to Mount.
Yeah, it's we just had an offside called off.
Kante being chased by Gabriel Jesus, and from that Chelsea corner, it's gone all the way back to Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Well, it has because of the work rate of Jesus there. That's what they're typical of Man City this year. They're very good in possession, but out of possession are equally as good.
Ball into Werner's feet from Cesar Azpilicueta.
Go on, Kante.
The run of N'Golo Kante.
Man out in Golo.
Ruben Diaz is the man across for City. Here's Rudiger.
Good ball. Touch.
Neatly to Werner.
Go on, Werner. Trouble. Go on, Reece.
The area here. Reece James pulls it across. Zach Steffen got a glove on it.
You got time. You got time.
Well,
Nice.
doesn't he? To get that away, you see
Nice.
the Chelsea wing backs, how high they are.
Great ball.
Chelsea have started brightly.
You got that?
Very well.
Ah.
That's what they like to do, Chelsea. They like to try and boss possession, then out come the wing backs,
That's good though. That's good.
create space there.
We've
for
actually
Ziyech.
stepped up a little bit now. Don't let City have possession. That's what we can't afford, man. If we give City possession, it's just curtains.
City's throw.
That's fine.
But another
Nice.
big game coming up
Nice.
between these two, actually, in the Premier League on May the 8th.
Can you guys hear the commentary alright? Like, is it quiet? Yo, what's up, Alfie? Yeah, all sweet, mate, all sweet. I'm not depressed yet.
Now expected to win the Premier League. Thiago Silva's got a
Oh, fuck
blow
off.
here.
No, Thiago, you're fine. Get up. Come on.
His feeling is back.
Yeah, man, it's
He didn't
perfect.
wanna lose it, that's for
Sweet as.
Be okay.
Look at him. Big beast. Kurt Zuma. What a lad.
Option for Chelsea. While we're looking at Chelsea substitutes, Martin, what do you make of the fact that Tammy Abraham is not amongst them today?
Well, perhaps a bit harsh, but decisions need to be made. He's the top goal scorer, isn't he, in this competition for Chelsea? And he's not even involved, so it's the harsh reality of a new manager coming in.
Jorginho.
Good play.
Chilwell.
Time. Time. Nice. Fucking hell. Barrier. Well done, Thiago.
Silva.
Spoiler alert, 3-1 Chelsea. Nathan, oh, it'll be a dream come true. What a ball. Go on. 2 feet. Okay. Go on, Joel. That's you. That's you.
Ziyech and Mount are getting really good space, aren't they? The wing backs go high and then they come in off the line, Steve. You've got lots of space at the moment. Bossing possession here, Chelsea.
Jorginho to N'Golo Kante.
Ah.
Cut out and picked off.
Go on, Asby, you got to make that, son.
Azpilicueta is covering. Gabriel Jesus has beaten him to it.
Stand him. You got that, you got that, you got that, you got that.
Ferran Torres are in the middle.
No shot from fucking De Bruyne, please.
Stands back to find space.
No shot.
Turns it to Gabriel Jesus, who looks
Good
for
hands,
goal
Caps.
and finds the gloves of Kepa.
I wonder that Kepa got his hair back.
Jesus
Fucking hell.
really quick there. initial ball didn't look favourite. The pace he has. Cuts back inside. It's a long way out though, isn't it, when he gets it? Worth a hit from there, perhaps.
Clumsy coming together between Fernandinho and Mason Mount here. It was a lovely little turn by Mount. Fernandinho was unable to get out of his way. Here's N'Golo Kante.
Well in Ziyech. Oh. No. Oh, I do. Well done, Rudiger. Chase that. Staying in.
Rudiger's been immense, hasn't he, since Tuchel came into the football club. Really aggressive with his defending.
Of course, he was involved in that training ground bust-up with Kepa Arrizabalaga. Rudiger, after the West Bromwich Albion defeat, and Thomas Tuchel's take on it was that everybody learned.
Don't. That bench is ridiculous, man.
With Antonio Rudiger.
Scary. If anything.
Somehow I imagine you might have been like
Well in Jorginho.
It wasn't like that, Steve. Certainly not on the training ground.
Ah, Kante.
It's going to be a Chelsea throw-in as Mendy plays.
No, 2 legs. One leg only, man.
Just a little look at the possession there. 65% Chelsea. I can only think of one game this season where they didn't boss possession. That was against Liverpool, which they actually won that game.
Look at too many games where City haven't bossed possession.
No, exactly.
It's early days.
And they did make 8 changes, you have to remember. Just adjusting to that.
Sterling. Mendy. Rodri.
Go on, Werner. Oh, Ziyech. I was hoping someone chase that down. Fucking on his own there. Don't let him out. There you go.
Diaz to become
Go on.
Manchester City's main man at the back this season.
Yeah, 8 changes, but yeah.
He's really important.
That squad's just.
Really who you play him
That's what I'm saying.
makes that person next to him that much better.
There's no difference. The player they bring in is just as good as the player they took out. It's the problem with it. Man City's team's so in depth, it's ridiculous. Like they took out Gundogan, Fernandinho's in there. Like they took out, I don't know who it is. They took out for Sterling. Like Ferran Torres, like players like that. It's crazy. Here we go. That'd do. Nice. Go on, Rudiger. Get going. Go on, Ziyech. Oh, touch. Yeah, City's starting to warm up now, man. Just ain't good. They're holding the ball so much better, putting pressure on us.
City, you feel, have got themselves in the groove now.
They have, but you look how solid Chelsea look. I'm just talking there about the wing backs. They go back now to form a 5. Then the 2 sit in front. Jorginho, Conte as well. It's very difficult to find a way through them.
Here's Fernandinho. They've become almost, with those 2 holding midfielders, Jorginho and N'Golo Kante, almost a 7.
Go on, Werner. Oh.
Tuchel was talking, wasn't he, about how much he likes to attack. But first of all, I think the biggest change has made them much more secure. He likes to be safe and secure for him, his teams.
Rodri to Ferran Torres. Jorginho did enough. Thiago Silva back into Jorginho and N'Golo Kante.
Go on, Timo.
He's gone through Fernandinho to Werner.
Go on. Ziyech.
Werner wants the return. No one else in blue really there.
Oh.
To a good position actually, but Laporte is there to deal with it, and Manchester City might counter now as De Bruyne.
Here comes the counter.
Raheem Sterling.
Pace from Sterling. Well in, Thiago. Solid. That'd do. Fucked up his.
Make it there, Sterling. Not quite at his best. Just decision making. Could have perhaps released it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Watson, that's crazy, isn't it?
Well, it's an intriguing 15 minutes to kick kick us off on this
Well,
semi-final weekend.
It's interesting to see the ball doesn't seem to be going out of play.
Here's Chilwell. Couldn't quite release the pass to Werner with the confidence that the German was onside, and then probably ran too far with it. There's a lovely metronomic click about the way Manchester City move the ball and advance up the pitch, and then suddenly the pace of the attack will pick up.
I'm not sure what he's seen there, Laporte. Not seeing a great deal of the fullbacks for City getting forward at the moment. We see Mendy, don't we, raining down that left-hand side.
It was
Watson just
coming together between Mount and Fernandinho. It was beaten all ends up by the Mount turn here, but just watch what followed there.
No, I think that's okay. Didn't quite step on him, did he? He thinks about it. Mike Dean's all over that one, isn't he?
Go on, Timo. Win that. Oh, maybe not. Well then, Jorginho. Go on, Ziyech. How the fuck has Jorginho won that? Well then, go on, Mason.
Bit of intimidation, maybe you could say.
Oh, Mason.
Here's Mount.
Oh, Mason. Oh.
He's become really, really crucial to Chelsea and to England.
Grown in stature, hasn't he? Maturing nicely. Ready for the summer for Gareth Southgate.
He's approaching 100 games for Chelsea. Mason Mount, already 16 caps and 4 goals for England. He's only just turned 22.
Just likes playing in that little pocket, doesn't he? Just that withdrawn position.
This is good though. City are not. They haven't got much at the minute. City. So.
Chelsea were comfortably beaten by Manchester
That's like 20
City.
minutes. I'm upset for this.
Game at Stamford Bridge in early
Go on, keep
January.
going. Well then, Werner. Go on.
Do Frank Lampard's
Good ball.
cause any favours.
Hold up,
He wants
Ziyech.
the club not
Go back, go
long
back, go
after.
back. Nice.
Just looking at Ziyech, he looks incredibly sharp today, doesn't he? He had a lot of football. I think March hit, the Dutch league's finished. He was out for 7 months. Hasn't really got going. He's impressing me.
Yeah,
early on here.
I'm well happy with this. This is good. City can't get comfortable. That's what we want. As a Chelsea fan, anyway. Yeah, nice. Don't let him press. Don't let him press. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. Good play.
There he is.
There we go. Go on,
That little bit
Ziyech.
of
Great
space
ball.
and Ziyech
Go on, Reece
sends
James.
a lovely looking ball forward to Reece James. There are 3 Chelsea players.
Great ball.
It's
Zane Chilwell.
It's a chance for Ben Chilwell. He didn't quite connect with it.
No, and he had so much time. You wondered if he might bring that down.
He could-
Wonderful move.
Good ball though. That was great play.
Ziyech come off into space in the build-up. There he is. Then
He
plays
could
it
have
wide.
taken. He literally could have taken it down.
City can't deal with it at the moment. It's a lovely little ball.
What a
played
ball
in.
by
He's
Reece
got time
James.
and space there.
He had so much
For that first hit.
time.
Doesn't quite get the control he wants.
Yeah, he can bang them.
Best chance so far goes
Yeah, even
Chelsea's way.
Tuchel said
Ben
he could have
Chilwell.
taken it down. He can bang them. That's the thing with
Almost
Chilwell on
felt
that
like it
side.
was a game of football chess, wasn't it? And suddenly then an opportunity came and he didn't take it.
That's been the best chance. Oh man. Go on, Mason. Keep pressing.
Ziyech has started well, hasn't he, Martin?
I like the look of him at Ajax. I thought he was exceptional. Didn't really.
What's up, ball?
As
Yes.
we've explained, he missed an
Lovely.
awful lot of football.
Yeah, the Dutch league was suspended in March, and then he didn't play again for 7 months.
And then he got injured, didn't he, in the pre-season?
Thiago Silva and Rudiger.
This is beautiful.
Ziyech into Werner.
Really nice, isn't it? The way
Oh,
he lost it there,
so
but
close.
he worked it well initially.
Fernandinho was the blocker. Mike Dean's happy with
Go
that
on.
challenge. Manchester
I thought it was
City
a foul.
less so. Torres picks himself up. The ball is long gone.
Oh, it's a bit of a foul.
Go on, Mason. You're on your own.
Mason
You could do it.
Chilwell. Jorginho has played beautifully in recent weeks. N'Golo Kante, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva.
He's always available, isn't he, Jorginho, just to pop it into midfield.
Thiago Silva to Cesar Azpilicueta.
Imagine Watson.
Trying to keep their shape at the moment, City, aren't they? They've been pulled around by Chelsea.
Thomas Tuchel will be very satisfied with the 21 minutes we've had so far.
We're getting extra bodies in wide positions. It's tough for City to deal with.
Jorginho,
Go on.
nicely done. Now
Go on.
something on for Chelsea. Mason Mount, Ben Chilwell, cross deflected.
This is solid, man.
It might favour Ziyech with that deflection, but in fact it's a Chelsea throw.
Really good play again, isn't it? Getting the extra numbers, that ball in early. Really
Back
good
post, man.
Cancelo, really important.
Mason Mount might go himself there. Chelsea just edging backwards and then in danger of losing the ball to Raheem Sterling. Mike Dean does blow his whistle. It's a free kick to Manchester City against Cesar Azpilicueta. We're almost halfway through the first half of this semi-final. Pep Guardiola watches on, knowing that Chelsea have probably edged this first quarter of the game.
He looked very calm there, didn't he? His assistant didn't look quite so calm.
Fernandinho.
Not seeing much of De Bruyne at all. It doesn't seem to be working in this shape at the moment.
It's a shout from Kepa to Rudiger to leave it. Rudiger did. A lot of pressure on Kepa. Hasn't played that many games, and when he has, he's made one or two errors. This FA Cup competition will be 150 years old later in 2021. November the 11th, 1871, the first matches were played. Stefan away.
He's nice and calm there, isn't he? Good pressure from Chelsea.
It's going to be a free kick for a foul by Kevin De Bruyne. Feels there wasn't enough in this. There wasn't a lot, was there? There really was not a lot.
No, the top players now, they feel any contact and they go down.
So which change is going to take this?
It's a very high line, Steve, isn't it?
Thiago Silva, Cesar Azpilicueta, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, Rudiger and Werner are lurking. Everybody back pretty much for Manchester City as Reece James clips it in. It's headed out by Rodri, collected by Jorginho. James looks for that long diagonal to the other wing back, and Chilwell controls it beautifully.
Great ball though, wasn't it? One wing back to the other one.
And Ziyech in a little pocket of space, and Werner just couldn't get it away from Laporte, and then he's offside.
Ah. What about BBC iPlayer? It's on BBC today, Lewis.
More threatening side.
They do, were trying to get Werner in there, weren't they? They were just sprayed offside there. Really good play, Lewis.
Yeah, he's
just
offside anyway, even if he turned.
He's on the last defender, isn't he? Every time. Just needs to be a little bit more patient.
Cancelo forward, well left by Thiago.
Couldn't get anywhere near that De Bruyne. They can't really build anything at the moment. City. Chelsea look really comfortable.
Cut out by João Cancelo. It's a dangerous thing to say, and certainly a dangerous thing to think when you're playing against Manchester City. Sterling to Mendy.
Watson.
Raheem Sterling. Werner toe to toe in Mendy.
This is better now for City because they've got their fullbacks now really high up the pitch. Better options around them.
It's Laporte.
Nah, Diamond, it's on BBC. BBC Sport, man.
De Bruyne, and just fisted a little bit too quickly for João Cancelo.
Yeah, the pressure Rudiger puts him under. De Bruyne's have to come out wide for that. He breaks down.
He's had a week, hasn't he, Phil Foden?
I'm scared when he comes on.
He'll be itching to get on as well.
Foden's just ridiculous at the minute. But he's ridiculous anyway. I'm watching and listening to you. Let's go.
Chilwell just throw it.
That's right. So I'm having to keep an eye on my Discord as well because I'm running.
Southgate here, watching on. Some big days ahead for him in this stadium.
Let's hope so.
It's a foul by Ferran Torres on Chilwell. What's your feeling, Martin, as a player? You played in a lot of Arsenal teams where Arsene Wenger would use cup goalkeepers. It's a concept which was one of the ones that he embraced.
To be fair, they've mentioned it already. Yeah, this is literally like chess. Who's going to make the first mistake? Who's going to make the first move? See you later, De Bruyne. Go on, Mason. Go on.
Play will go on here, but it might come back for Fernandinho.
Go on, Mason.
It's got away from him. Still going, Mason Mount.
Get on that left foot. Get on that left foot.
Ziyech looking for
Werner.
Come to Chilwell.
That's got to be a yellow for Fernandinho. That's twice now.
Well, that's twice now. Fernandinho has been beaten by Mason Mount, and twice he's fouled him.
The young man against a, shall we say, an ageing player in that midfield. Fernandinho has been brilliant, but Mount's just shown him some pace there.
Pardon me.
Here's Chilwell. When there's a break in play, I would imagine that Mike Dean will have at least a word.
There you go.
Mount is fouled again, this time by Ruben Diaz. And he calls Fernandinho over.
I thought that'd be a booking, to be fair, but
I think it's probably a last warning, isn't it? It's quite a wild challenge, and Mason Mount does really well to get out of the way of that.
Well, given the two challenges on Mount, I'm a little surprised he hasn't got a yellow card, Fernandinho.
If Mount stays down, he would have got one.
Well then, boys, that's beautiful.
James and Chilwell always looking for the opportunity to make a run.
I think that's the key actually when you play this system. Now Southgate looking, and maybe this is a system he wants to go with, back three with your wing backs. You have to get them forward to dictate, otherwise you end up just becoming a back five. And today Chelsea wing backs are really playing high.
It's Chilwell. Ruben Diaz back to his goalkeeper, Stefan. De Bruyne just caught by Ziyech. That's going to be a free kick. Chased him, and then just clipped him.
Ziyech, you can see kind of the importance of this player. De Bruyne wants to get to him early, fouls him in the end.
Where's the American dream? I don't know, man. Hopefully we see him. Can you hurry up?
Mendy?
No, man. Right.
He's actually been doing a lot of that today, Sterling.
What?
It's quite deep, doesn't
I'm
he?
streaming,
Extra
remember.
player in midfield. He's Jesus up top really on his own with Torres.
Sorry, guys. You know what? One sec, guys.
Certainly seen more of Chelsea's forward players than Manchester City so far. Laporte, Rodri.
I'll let you guys have the commentary, but you have to give me a sec.
N'Golo Kante.
You done?
Werner trying to time his run, and he has timed it.
Go on,
He's
Timo.
offside.
It's it.
The angle wasn't
Oh!
great. Tried to turn it square to Mason Mount. Chelsea have themselves a corner.
Sorry, guys, about that. Apologies.
Well, it's Mendy that gives the ball away. They suddenly changed gear, Chelsea. See that pace they have. Laporte, I thought he was away from him there, Werner, but look how he gets back brilliantly. Really important block that.
Can't really go. Someone get it on your fucking
Very
head.
good defending by Laporte.
Emery.
He's done that now 3 or 4 times. He's had to, hasn't he?
With John Stones' return to form, we can say City really have 3 outstanding central defenders now, which was briefly a problem position for them. Rudiger with a touchdown, Chilwell on the turn. James hits it, and it's wide. Worth a go, though.
I thought that was on target, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, certainly was.
I thought that was on target.
I know he can hit them from there. It's almost a side foot, isn't it? Rudiger gets the header. It's quite a bit off target in the end. We saw the idea, just didn't execute it well enough.
It's Jorginho hustling and harrying, but being beaten by Gabriel Jesus in the battle. Jorginho's then lost it to Fernandinho, who was fouled.
How's that a foul? You're not about to. This. Fuck off, Mike Demon. You're a prick. How are you going to book Reece James but not book Fernandinho? What is that?
Feel as if he's a bit hard done by here when Fernandinho has made 2 fouls to now, but
That is fucking bullshit.
Martinez
Fuck
has
off.
responded, and he's booked him.
Fernandinho is the man who was fouled on this occasion.
How the fuck is he been booked and Fernandinho hasn't?
Reece James had a few advocates pleading his case to Mike Dean. But it's a City free kick as we approach the last 10 minutes of normal time in the first half of the first semi-final. Rodri.
That is fucking silly.
So many dark blue shirts, isn't there? Great view of it here. With some move to get in behind them.
De Bruyne. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Mendy. Mendy first time back into Raheem Sterling. Two blue shirts around him very
Well,
quickly.
Asby.
Azpilicueta's done brilliantly, and then fed Ziyech. Taking on Rodri.
Fucking Rodri's just a tank, isn't he?
Does well there, Rodri. That's what he's done all season.
De Bruyne. Ziyech can't get the ball in play. It's a Manchester City throw in.
Yeah, Watson. It's been tight, man. As I say, it's like a game of chess right now. It literally is.
FA Cup being 150 years old later this year, so that's popped over the top to Torres. First year's semi-final.
Does. I thought he was going to make that. I'm not going to lie. Shit to myself and that's it.
History when Queen's Park
What now, man?
reached the semi-final, drew with the Wanderers at the Kennington Oval. Queen's Park were a club in Glasgow.
You going to bed?
And they couldn't afford to make the trip down to London again for the replay, so they pulled.
That's just rude.
Got no fans here today. They had no opponents back in 1872.
Talk about that, how it's grown though, the competition, Steve, over the years. The oldest competition in world football.
Sure, there'll be something going on November this year to mark the 150th anniversary of the first FA Cup games. The Football League was formed today in 1888 at the Royal Hotel in Manchester. The semi-final at the moment is a cagey affair. Chelsea slightly edging it. He's been in terrific form. Kai Havertz for Chelsea over the last couple of games.
He has, hasn't he? Another false nine. This man likes playing false nines as well. I think that's when they've been at their best, actually. With that particular system, they played it different today.
Just chase Timo.
There's a little
Get our team up.
shot we got of Fernandinho, Steve, playing that diagonal ball there into Torres, and he nearly got in just a few moments ago. That might be a feature of looking to try and get City players in over the top.
Now Merrick Laporte. Ruben Diaz for Manchester City, who will always back themselves to come up with something over an hour and a half.
They're not in any hurry today, not moving it. He's not having the best of afternoons at left back, I have to say.
He's played relatively little football this season, Mendy. Zinchenko is
Strength.
left
His
back for City.
strength.
João Cancelo.
Yeah, his strength though is, Steve, is to knock it and go. They haven't really had enough possession to do that, City, at the moment.
It's a free kick to Chelsea.
He's in so quickly, Azpilicueta, isn't he? At every moment, Rudiger the same on the other side.
The thing is, there's not many players that will replace Aguero. There generally isn't. Anywhere in the world right now, there's not many players that replace him. Aguero's a different breed of a striker. He was just
5 years ago.
unreal, man.
He's never won a game
Yeah,
against
Nathan,
Guardiola
say that
since
again, mate.
the 10s.
I think he'll turn it around. It's just confidence, man. The thing is, he's got the ability to become our striker, like our player, the way we want to play. But it's just the goals. That's what he lacks. He gets assists. He makes runs. He's got the pace to beat defenders in the Premier League.
With a super sub on his day.
83 times 10 on FIFA.
Scored some important
Wait,
goals
what?
in this competition as well.
Is that the new SBC, is it? Oh, no. Just before Team of the Season.
Scored in the final.
Just before Team of the Season.
Shot Rudiger. Did
That's staying in.
Ferran Torres, but it hasn't gone out of play. Ruben Diaz back to Stafford.
Just before Team of the Season, that's come out. I've absolutely fucking rinsed my fucking club. So fuck knows how I'm going to do that. I got coins anyway, but...
Werner coming back from an offside position. And,
yeah, Nathan, you say that again. 84 in a team of the week requirements.
Looked on occasion the brighter and more threatening side.
Do I have a team of the week? I don't know.
Zach Steffen has not really had a lot to do.
Team of the week, so go up in price then.
Chelsea impressed me, Ziyech particularly, so he'll
absolute
join
rip-off.
with Werner and go quite high. And Mount
what, for an 84 times, 83 times 10? That's pretty good, I thought.
Conte, it's like having two players in there, isn't it? Or 1.5, shall we say, the distance he covers.
Jorginho to N'Golo Kante, picking out Mason Mount here. Trying to weave his way through, couldn't do it, Rodri was there, Thiago Silva. Jorginho, N'Golo Kante. Moved it quickly, but...
Can't wait to get Bonucci. Couple more minutes,
for Manchester City.
And then it's half time. Let's hope nothing happens beforehand.
The old Warriors,
right, against us anyway.
City over the last decade or so, really. Striding forward, Fernandinho. Here's Mendy. De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling. Kevin De Bruyne. Well covered by Thiago Silva, retrieved by Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne. It's come off Azpilicueta. Thiago Silva's header kind of dealt with a deflection, which Azpilicueta certainly didn't mean.
Timo, what the fuck was that?
Probing like a locksmith, almost trying to find a way through this door, which is the Chelsea defence.
João Cancelo. Rodri. De Bruyne.
I'd say him for team of the season all day long, man.
At the moment, just camped in their own half. João Cancelo.
Well then, Thiago. Oh, this could be difficult.
It's going to be Manchester City's first corner kick of the game. I just get the feeling at the moment Chelsea will be happy to get through to half-time.
Yeah, just going through the gears a little bit. Everybody doing their jobs really well from a Chelsea point of view. Thiago Silva there sitting in the hole.
So De Bruyne will look to deliver. They're a few better. Too deep from De Bruyne. Sterling has collected it. For Ferran Torres and finding him via the head of Azpilicueta. Here's De Bruyne.
Well in
Azpilicueta. City are finishing the half strongly.
Well, he mopped up well Azpilicueta, but it was his header, wasn't it, down? He didn't really seem to know what to do with the initial ball. Look, heads it there, gives it away. De Bruyne's onto it in a flash.
And his first corner was too deep. What will his second bring? All the way through to Sterling. Slipped back in by Raheem Sterling and headed wide by Fernandinho.
Fucking hell. They finish this half strong.
And when it comes back in, so it just goes past everybody, switch back in. I think he just gets ahead of Silva there.
I'll only be able to watch the fucking... If this goes to extra time, I won't be able to watch it. I've got VFL tonight, so I can't.
Interesting, Man City now gone right up against Chelsea for this goal kick. Something we haven't seen them do so far.
Kepa Arrizabalaga has waved his defence forward. Batters the ball away towards Timo Werner. deflected by Ziyech.
Fucking hell.
By,
1 minute at a time. Right, okay.
Just the one added minute at the end of a first half, which hasn't really been anything more than glowing embers, to be honest.
No, you wonder if Guardiola might make some changes, because he can make 5 substitutions today.
There you
Lots
go.
of options on the bench
5
for him.
subs. 5? Oh, fuck. I'm looking forward to that.
Rodri to Raheem Sterling.
Come on, it's the last attack. Just take the ball.
De Bruyne being chased by Azpilicueta.
Don't remember the attack.
João Cancelo.
No corner.
His cross is controlled at the expense of a corner by Reece James.
Oh,
No.
sake.
Didn't need to control
In a
that.
reverse.
He tried to, it was really brilliant from him, didn't come off. They were aiming for that space, weren't they, that Azpilicueta had come out of. Following De Bruyne really deep there.
Okay.
It's
There's a
a
load of
Manchester
that.
City corner. If they don't get on with it, Mike Dean will blow his whistle before they take it.
He's that sort of referee, isn't he? You get that feeling.
Well, they're perfectly
I'm in
entitled
charge,
to.
yeah.
When time's up, time's up. Corner kick or no. It's played short. And there is the whistle. He allowed De Bruyne to take it. But no more. And Kevin De Bruyne is complaining about Mike Dean's whistle.
I'm happy with that.
Ben Chilwell has been lively down the left-hand
Right,
side for Chelsea.
I'll be back in a
Set
sec, guys.
up,
I'm just going to go for a
Ziyech
cigarette
with
and grab probably something to eat
early
as well.
chance
I'll be
by
back
Werner,
for when the
which
second half
was
starts.
actually in the back of the
Hopefully.
net, but correctly ruled out for offside. Chelsea, the more threatening side in the first 30 minutes or so. Manchester City finished the half the stronger. It hasn't burst into flames yet, you would have to say. The first semi-final is goalless at half-time.
Well, it's been cagey, it's been tactically fascinating, it's been competitive. Oh, all right, it's been rubbish. But Alan told me it was going to be a cracker.
I told you it was going to be a cracking game, didn't I? That's been awful. Chelsea have been the better team, I think, shown more ambition to try and get forward, caused them 1 or 2 problems with their wing backs getting into dangerous positions. 1 good chance from Chilwell. Other than that, there's been nothing.
Sometimes you think to yourself the game's going to spring into life, but it's not really had that feeling at all in that first 45 minutes. Do you think actually it's perhaps a case of 2 coaches cancelling each other's out?
It is. I think it's that mutual respect and understanding of 2 dangerous teams. You don't want to give away something or something cheap too early. So to me, yes, it has been boring, but I think tactically it's been a good game.
I think
I like the tactical side of it.
I think it just shows Pep's got a lot of respect for Tuchel. The way they've set up, they give him a little bit of respect. You expect City to dominate the ball, but it's been probably 50-50 on possession. And Chelsea have actually been the better side. I know some would say Man City have made 8 changes, so it's going to disrupt their flow a little bit. But I've got to give credit to Chelsea.
They usually make lots of changes, don't they? At least 4 or 5.
They usually do, but you've got to give credit to Chelsea. Chelsea are becoming a really good side. From when Tuchel first came in, I was critical because it was a little bit sore because of Lampard and my affection for him. And I thought, given a little bit more time, he could have done well. But if they get a number 9, Chelsea, they'll be an incredible team. They really will.
Yeah. Is that what's missing, perhaps, for Chelsea? I mean, the best chance fell to Chilwell, didn't it?
Yeah, the best chance, the only chance really that is fell to him. They worked it really well, and I said the 2 wing backs getting in there. One's down the right hand side, knocking that ball into to the other one who's coming down the left hand side, and he sort of rolls it down his shin, doesn't he, and doesn't get the connection that he wants. But that's certainly been the best moment of the game from a Chelsea point of view, and they've been dangerous, and I'm sure that they'll try and to do more of that in that second half.
Yeah. Aside from that miss, the Chelsea left back's been pretty good.
Yes, I think he's been in good defensive positions. He's been a constant threat down the left. You know, maybe just with the crosses. I think he hit one, it took a deflection. Only maybe 2 players in the box as well, so can we get a few more bodies in the box? But I think Chilwell's been bright.
Yeah, I suppose it's just a finish in the final ball that's let Chelsea down, but they've definitely been the more threatening side, Ashley.
They have, you know, we spoke about the wing backs. Here's, you know, Reece James again. Could he have cut that back? Probably yes, but you know, it's one of them. It's that final ball. I think that they've lacked bodies in the box at times. But you know, on that transition, with Chelsea have been a threat.
I think what tells you about it is that we've not seen Cancelo go forward, we've not seen Mendy go forward, but we've seen the 2 wing backs of Chelsea get into dangerous positions, and that's been their one fault, is when they've got into those positions, is that final ball. It's been poor.
But I think they need to keep that going, because you know what it's like. Man City have got subs on the bench, and they can change the game at any time. So the first goal is pivotal. Whoever gets the first goal next will probably go on and win the game.
We're about to show Manchester City's best chance of that half. It was Fernandinho's header, which is kind of straw clutching.
Yeah, well, he's known for his defensive work, but he gets himself in a great position here. He just think he's going to angle it into the top corner. But it wasn't to be, and you know, if we're showing this as one of City's chances.
Well, other channels have commercial breaks, Marker, but we don't have that. We don't have that advantage on this particular occasion.
I get a bit more of them on Sky.
There's Fernandinho. There's an element of a stamp on Mount. It looks like we've had a good look at it. It looks like he's actually tried to avoid stamping on him as much as ever.
Yeah, you can see him just tries to pull his foot out of the way. I think he thinks about it for a split up, and then he just does enough to pull his foot out of the way. So no, there's nothing in that.
Yeah, it could have been totally worse, couldn't it? But as Alan said, he's pulled his foot away. Mason, I don't think was, you know, touched or touched hard enough. So it's one of these things. You're playing in a semi-final. You know, tempers will flare up, and I hope it flares up a little bit more so we get some excitement.
I want to see a little bit more urgency, a little bit more energy. I don't know.
These teams have played a lot of games. They've both played it. Should be fresh, most of the players, because they've made a few changes. But they did both play big games in midweek, Champions League games, travelling as well.
It does take it out of you, but I mean, sometimes the adrenaline when you play in a semi-final as well, you put all that to the side. But City need to improve if they want to win this game.
City have got a hell of a bench. They can really make changes.
So you wouldn't be surprised if even if he doesn't do it now, then after 10 or 15 minutes, you'd expect 1 or 2 changes.
By contrast, I suspect Tuchel will be relatively satisfied with his team's performance.
He will. I think, not saying, of course, Chelsea dominated possession. You know, I think Mika's right, 50-50. But in terms of, you know, just looking at them, the way they play, that intensity to, you know, win that ball back, regain it, and then play into Mason and Ziyech in between the lines and getting the wing backs pushing on, I think he'll be very happy with the first half performance.
Pep Guardiola will be losing his temper a little bit in there.
I think he'll just be, you know, go in there and be cool, calm, and collected. They're still in the game. They know Chelsea being better, but they've got subs to bring on. They've got to pick up the pace a little bit. And you'll see, I think, a different City in the second half.
Okay, well, we've dragged it out. Leicester face Southampton in the other semi-final tomorrow, and Peter Shilton represented both clubs in a career which saw him win the First Division, a League Cup and 2 European Cups. But this competition, though, will always be the one that got away. You're not the only one, Alan.
I was just starting out in my career.
And the Leicester City goal, one of the most promising, if not the most promising young goalkeeper in the country, 18 years old, Peter Shilton.
Signed as an apprentice and took over from Gordon Banks, and knew that Leicester had got to 3 cup finals and lost every one. I remember watching the 61 cup final when Leicester got beat by the Red Spurs team, and then the 63 when Leicester were playing against Manchester United. And actually went to the final and stood behind the goal, and I couldn't believe Leicester lost, and you know, I cried all the way home. Really, I was bitterly disappointed. So, you know, when I got to the cup final 69, I desperately wanted to win.
Peter Shilton, who's been here before but as a schoolboy.
There was a big build-up to the match. The thing I remember most was obviously, you know, walking out up that tunnel at Wembley, and there was a presentation. I think it was Princess Anne at the time was presented to us, so it was a massive occasion. In the game, I just remember we had the best chances, I think. and you know, and they took theirs really.
So it'll be back to Young.
I managed to get my fingertips to it.
Oh, they brought out
It was a
UCLs.
great shot.
Man, the matches and stuff. Jorginho got one.
Collect the cup, and it's
Oh,
like
Mara's got one. That means his fucking things, his headlines will go to 90 rated.
There's plenty more
Oh,
times you get that
man.
medal. 1974
93 Hazard.
Liverpool were the best team in the country, I think, at the time. They had Toshak and Keegan up front. We were fortunate to get a replay, but the second match, we played a bit
Oh,
better,
83
but, you know,
times.
Liverpool got the goals, and
Bundesliga.
that's what mattered, really.
Bundesliga challenge. Could be OP to be fair. 83 times 10.
At 34,
What's the
Shilton's now
chemistry?
the undisputed
Let's have a
number
look.
1 in British football.
They got to 2 semi-finals for
It's
Southampton.
100k
The first one,
apparently.
We played Everton. I think they scored with about a minute or 2
100K.
minutes of time to go. I
To be
remember
fair,
it
you
was
could probably make a
free
100k
kick
pack worth of
just outside
players.
the box, and it was played in. And Adrian, I don't think was getting it originally, but the ball spun up and just hit.
I don't know how much coins I've got. Let's have a look.
1986, we played Liverpool.
Also
I think the
Jason
first goal was
Barhaden.
a bit of a mistake.
I can't show the game unfortunately, no. The only thing I can do is listen
These
to
goals
it,
were
bud.
all great finishes.
Sorry.
And Rush, 2-0.
I won everything in football except the FA Cup. It's never been the luckiest competition for me.
To me, it is a passion, and it's something that if I
I don't know if
didn't
I've
do
got
I
enough
don't
to
know
do
what
it.
else I'd like
Let's
to
have a
do.
look.
In 1969, Gary was at the match. I think he stood behind the goal. He told me that when we were rooming together with England, and I said, "You're not going to believe this, Gary, but in 1960,
40 cam?
I was
Oh, that's
stood in the same
easy.
position behind the goal when they lost 3-1, and I cried all the way home, and it was quite a coincidence, really. You know, hopefully, you know, this year that won't happen."
Yeah, I was 8 years old when I watched that cup final, which Leicester lost. I ended up rooming with him, as he said, there for 6 years with England. Then I retired and he was still playing. I mean, he had some careers of unbelievably great goalkeeper.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be on the same training pitch as him, Gary, when I was a youngster. When I went down to Southampton for a couple of years, he was hugely respected down there for obvious reasons. What a goalkeeper!
Yeah. You two are not old enough to remember him, are you? Probably not.
I'm certainly not. Don't put me in the same category as Ashley.
Yeah. I mean, he was my hero as I grew up. One of my heroes at Leicester when I grew up, and for me, the greatest goalkeeper. I was lucky enough to play with Neville Southall as well. It was fabulous, but he'll always be number one to me. Who's the best goalkeeper you guys played with, Micah?
Ooh, be tough. Kasper Schmeichel, early days at Man City, and Joe Hart.
Yeah.
There was fighting it out when they was really young. And because Joe Hart won that battle, I've got to say Joe Hart. The stuff that he did, the amount of caps he won for England, especially underrated towards the end of his career as well. So I've got to say Joe Hart for sure.
Yeah. Ashley?
I have to say Dave Seaman.
I'm going to say it's tough one for you, isn't it?
You told me Peter Cech.
Hey, give me a chance. Dave Seaman and Peter Cech, but I think when you look at Dave Seaman and the saves he's made, they were always worldies because he was, you know, always in the right position. So to beat him had to be a worldie, but he was brilliant. And then Peter Cech, of course.
Yeah.
Alan?
Yeah, I was going to say David Seaman with England, but of course Tim.
Oh, I've got a
Fowler was
Trossard.
unbelievable in
Oh, that's
that
alright.
season.
I've got a Trossard in my team.
Premier League with Blackburn.
Shouldn't do this actually.
Not the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Just doing the SBC quickly.
Back memories actually. Southampton playing Leicester tomorrow.
Okay. For real, Watson. I'm just completing this SBC quickly while I was waiting for the second half to
We know
start.
why you had long hair, didn't we? Cover those looks.
Look at these conditions. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, it was quite comical. I remember it distinctly. Eventually, it does get postponed. The goal can't look. Oh, missed it. Round.
There they are.
About the pitches.
Yeah, the pitches. You don't get that anymore, do you? That's proper football, that is. Can you tell we're trying to fill at half time here? You might have the idea that the first half wasn't very good, but well, it's time for this time. It's got a second series.
Lime cordial, white grape juice, and egg white.
Like poached egg.
Oh, no, it's raw.
God's sake, Rosie.
What?
You can't eat raw egg. Please, cook your eggs. Be safe. Be egg safe.
This time with Alan Partridge. Starts Friday the 30th of April on BBC One and iPlayer.
Let's see what I've got.
Excellent. Match of the day is on later. BBC One at 10:40. 2 Premier League matches today, plus Spurs, Everton from last night. That's followed by highlights of this game. Match of the day 2 is on tomorrow. BBC One. Catch up with the other semi-final, Leicester versus Southampton, we just mentioned, at 11:05.
It's 83 rated.
We made earlier.
Right,
How many of these grounds were actually in existence when you were born?
Get right, you back, get him out. The burglar could not have known he was burgling Big Duncan's house.
A pundit had a pop on me for not playing for England.
Do you name names or?
Newcastle at the weekend, eh? Yeah.
I'm glad you've forgotten it. Catch up with all the latest episodes of Match of the Day Top 10 on BBC Sounds and BBC iPlayer.
That's 84. There you go. Done it.
Worst first halves in FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley.
I'm just going to submit it.
Oh, it's going to be a cracker second half, guys.
There you go. Done.
Don't be surprised, as I said, if we don't see 1 or 2 substitutes within 10 or 15 minutes, just to liven.
Lovely job, Lee.
Yeah, it's going to spring to life. I mean, it's a knockout competition. It could go. Neither coach will want extra time. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will push in the second half. Same as Man City. I don't think they played as well as we know they can. Second half, they'll come out with all guns blazing.
Yeah. What changes do you think Pep will make in terms of the way his team play? Because tactically, he might look at it and say, we're not performing as we normally do here.
Yeah, I just think that on that the right hand side, Torres is getting caught upfield a little bit. He's getting 2v1. So I think he'll make a change. Maybe get Mahrez on. Or Foden's got to come on. He's been in exceptional form, so I'm sure we'll see him at some time.
Well, let's hope for a better second half. Frankly, that's not a big challenge. Let's hand you back to our 2 dirty, rotten scoundrels in the commentary box. Steve, Martin?
Thank you very much.
Right, here we go.
Well, Chelsea and Manchester City.
Come on, Chelsea. Come on, City. Yeah.
Spring this semi-final.
Guys, make sure if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be trying to do more Chelsea thingies.
Watchalong. Manchester City are trying to write this season, and it only takes 1 slip up, Martin, and that's gone.
Yeah, 1 slip up or 1 piece of magic we're looking to see, but Chelsea have really impressed me how secure they are. That's come from the tactics. It has been very tactical, as Ashley Cole mentioned, but I expect City now to change, be more urgency in this game, a bit more drama would be nice.
Certainly would. Well, haven't they changed any personnel? It's as you were in terms of the 22 players on the pitch.
Here we go, boys.
Chelsea defending the goal away to the left-hand side in the second half. The FA Cup final on May the 15th is the goal as Manchester City
Is it FA Cup final? Oh,
underway.
no.
More urgency at some point is surely guaranteed from both sides.
I think when you've got Rodri and Fernandinho as 2 sitters, which is very unusual for Man City, it kind of sets the tone.
Final May 15th, Monica's birthday. Great.
City that they normally do.
I'll have to get a Joe free card for that one. If we get through.
I say that so far they've got very little out of Ferran Torres. As the cross is delivered in, as Pilaqueta away, it's going to be chased and retrieved by Mendy. Has support from Sterling, instead uses Rodri.
This is behind.
Look how high Mendy is. I wonder if that was a word at half
Got to
time.
refresh again. What's up, guys?
Golo Kante with De Bruyne. Not happy, Thomas Tuchel. Comes across as a really engaging character.
I am watching on BBC iPlayer. It went behind.
Winning as well.
For some reason. That the ball was bouncing, but the sound was coming like an inch of a second later.
De Bruyne's down. Whistle's gone.
So yeah, just had to refresh. I'm trying to open this fucking chocolate bar because I've been told I'm getting McIddies with it now. Bet he's gonna fill up. Yes, De Bruyne's down. Unfortunately.
Sincerely hope this is not a major injury for him. Doesn't look good, does it?
Phil Foden is getting himself
Oh, he's coming
ready.
off. Oh, fuck's sake. Great. Foden's coming on.
Looks like maybe something with the ankle, of course. Whether they had that in the first half and they said give it a few minutes.
Just testing out that right ankle. This is what happened as he came together with N'Golo Kante here, and maybe he just planted that right foot when the ball got away from him.
I think so, yeah. He's just sort of crunched that ankle, hasn't he? Immediately spins away in pain.
Well, it's unquestionably a massive loss to lose a player of the calibre of Kevin De Bruyne, but it does give us an opportunity to see more of Phil Foden, which is always an opportunity worth taking.
This is actually scary now.
It's nonetheless massive, isn't it? Loss to see De Bruyne go off. You would have thought Foden would have come on at some time to accompany him, but
Foden was slotted into that position, which was where De Bruyne was previously playing, just in front of Rodri and Fernandinho. Fernandinho over the top, that's a teasing one, and Kepa Arrizabalaga judged it well. He got there ahead of Ferran Torres.
that's the ball we were talking about, wasn't it?
Well,
the first half, Fernandinho, Torres trying to make that run, the diagonal ball, and Torres comes in off the line.
Just anticipated by Mendy, just got himself in front of Reece James. Mendy thought that James might have got the last touch on that. There's Foden, that's after the Quetta, he was strong. Well, they're two football clubs, two managers, two institutions which are engineered to win trophies. And whoever wins this semi-final will be the favourite at Wembley in the final. You would have thought.
Apologies about dogs, guys.
I think that maybe we were expecting too much with the workload that these teams have had in recent weeks, recent days.
What a Mason. Oh. Fucking really.
Cup history in recent years of these two is hugely impressive. What's the next chapter? Foden well found. Raheem Sterling in the middle. Jesus. Direction was taken off it, and it fell kindly for Kepa Arrizabalaga. It was a slightly nervous moment, wasn't it?
It was, but I think James gets a really good touch on this. Foden again, look, just lifts it to the far post, and as it comes back in,
fucking dog.
Sterling's waiting for that ball, isn't he, from Jesus?
Yeah, Nathan. That touch from fucking Reece James's head was vital.
Effort on target in the game so far. The first half shot from distance straight at Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Well remembered, Steve. That long ago.
Yeah, it felt like a prelude at the time to more to come, but in fact it's still one of the highlights. Here's N'Golo Kante. It's a foul.
Chess again. I swear it's going to be the whole way through. It's just annoying that I can't, after this,
He'll remember, I'm sure, the 1971
I won't only be able to watch up to 90 minutes on stream anyway. So I've got VFL
holders of the Cup Winners' Cup. Chelsea beat them in the semi-final.
Go on, team, you got a pace.
Beat Real Madrid in the final itself. Remember Nicky Summerby, Martin?
Yeah, I do really love it, the way that they look after their ambassadors at Man City. They always see Summerby family around and around it. Lots of other former players as well.
That's Jorginho spinning it away towards Chilwell. Here's Mason Mount. Ziyech
Go on,
in the
Mason.
middle, Werner in the middle. Ziyech. Chilwell. Blue shirts, or dark blue shirts, outnumbered by the sky blue shirts in the middle. Chelsea have a throw. Here's Rudiger. Gilmour has played in all of Chelsea's FA Cup games this season. Huge talent.
Billy Gilmour. I love Billy Gilmour.
Scottish squad in the summer. He may be thinking he'd be back here again for that one against England.
Yeah, not in that in Steve Clarke's plans as yet. Of course, Steve Clarke will still know many people at Chelsea, I'm sure, from his long time working for the club. Will be telling him all about Billy Gilmour's qualities. Says out as Piliqueta to Antonio Rudiger. Here's Chilwell. Reece James.
Just controlling things, Chelsea, aren't they? We talked about being safe and secure.
As Piliqueta.
Werner's going mad there. He wanted that ball early, played early over the top.
Nah. I don't think I'll say whether I will still leave. He'll be very useful to Tuchel, I think, anyway. Yeah, it does, Watson. But as it's a game of chess, man.
Chasing it manfully, but was never going to get there. Fernandinho getting.
That's what it is. It's a game of chess.
Yes, forward to
Oh,
Foden.
that's good.
Nicely done. Here's
Fuck it,
Fernandinho.
here we go.
3 ahead of him. Fernandinho looks for Sterling.
Well, it has been.
Who gets the free kick he was looking for.
A
How
bit
much contact there
of
was
a dive, but
I'm
we'll take it.
What I'm absolutely certain about is that the Chelsea defender's very happy to get this free kick.
This is top defending. Look, as soon as he sees a poor touch, he's in on it. You've got to do that with top players. He knows if Sterling gets a yard on him, knocks it out of his feet, he's in trouble. So he does his work.
He's
nice
been solid since Tuchel's come over. I've always loved Azpilicueta since I think it was like the season. I think it was Conte.
He's growing into the game though, Sterling, I have to say.
When Conte took over,
he has a major point to
he was
today.
unreal. Go on, release him.
That's a good ball. Werner here. Werner, Stephen Kane went back and Ziyech.
Yes! Come on! Let's go!
Ziyech puts the ball in the back of the Manchester City.
Come on!
The City keeper's at Stephen Kane.
Get in!
Pedalled, and it was a simple goal.
What a ball by Mason. Let's go.
FA Cup semi-final.
Come on.
Well, it's almost a repeat, isn't it, of the goal that was disallowed in the first half. That pace from Werner running into the channel. Just look at this run off the ball. Look, brilliant. This time he stays on side. Ziyech just waiting, isn't he, for that moment.
What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake, hold on.
Just tucks it away.
Let me,
finish in the end. It's that pace, though, isn't it, that does all the damage. That high line from City was always a gamble. And they've been punished.
Chelsea have the lead over Manchester City.
Let's
With
go.
35 minutes to go. Hakim Ziyech shoots the goal.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Well, it is really a Stefan error, isn't he?
Their keeper was nowhere to be seen with that, though, man.
No, but nonetheless, they should be going with the runners. It's about dropping off, is it, that defence? And we always knew.
No, I
We
don't.
talked about Werner looking for that to be on that last defender's shoulder.
As I said, game of chess. One mistake.
Thiago Silva.
One mistake. That's all it was.
To Werner. Mike Dean is going to play on here. Werner is down.
If he doesn't get booked, I swear to God. I swear to God, if he does not get booked, I'm going to cry. That's the third one now that he has not got to the ball.
It's good play.
It is good play, isn't it? And suddenly the City players looking tired.
Well, unprecedented quadruple is what Manchester City are chasing here. That will test every sinew, every drop of strength and resolution over the course of a season.
Oh, Ziyech.
And it's in real doubt now because Chelsea lead and Chilwell advances and finds Mount, and Mount feeds Werner. And Werner clips it away to Reece James.
Good ball. Good time.
And now's Pilaqueta to N'Golo Kante.
See, their shape, Steve, allows them to get bodies all over the pitch in secure position. Lots of support. City just don't like this new system today.
Nah.
Manchester City without
We have
De Bruyne
deserved this
actually
lead, to be
really
fair.
in the
They
second
haven't done
half.
anything, really.
Now behind.
They had a chance when De Bruyne tried squaring it, but that was it. We've controlled the game pretty well. They haven't settled at all. That's what we needed, though. For us to win, we had to make them unsettled, not settled. It was the only way.
Yeah, there's lots of substitutes warming up for City. It's about time they'll be using them, I feel.
Well played. Well played, Mason. Go on again. Oh, here we go. Here come all the subs from City. This could be interesting. At least they're one down, though, due to an injury, so it's not by choice.
Laporte allowed to come and come.
There you go. That's fine.
Chilwell back to
Fucking hell, Kepa.
Not the greatest clearance,
But then Kante. Oh, Kante.
Who scored the
Beautiful,
goal
man.
and has had a good game for Chelsea.
Yeah, he looks really sharp. He's in again here.
He's running in behind. Ruben Diaz is there. And he's
Go Ziyech!
And Ziyech! Massive save by Stefan. Werner with a follow-up. Great challenge by Ruben Diaz. And Ziyech there could have put Chelsea with one foot in the final. Well, if Stefan was at fault in some respect for the first goal, he made amends there. That's a huge save.
Ziyech, though, you saw the anger. He really knows he should be putting that away. As well as Diaz has played this season, he won't be happy.
Yo, what's
with
up,
his
Kai King? How you
contribution,
doing?
But he gets another block in afterwards.
No way, bro.
Here's
Oh, Mason. See you later, Fernandinho. Ref? Ref?
Held him up, but he's beaten anyway by Mount.
They're too quick, aren't they?
Mount's been fucking unreal
Chelsea,
today.
City.
Sterling did well to take it away from N'Golo Kante. Here's Phil Foden.
That was a chance, did you know, please? Yeah. That was the chance, man. We needed that so bad. That would have literally been just... Go on, send him. Oh, okay. Good. Play on, play on, play on.
Despite the fact he was falling to the ground to
Brilliant,
find
wasn't it?
Chilwell.
Just Ziyech, the way he's picking up his positions, his little pockets. The wing-backs just keep on dictating.
Has this gone
to Man
behind
City.
again?
Can't help but feel that the next few minutes in this second half
It
will
has.
be absolutely crucial, because Chelsea at the moment look as though they could add to this lead. And then even for Manchester City, it's a huge task to come back against a side who, under Thomas Tuchel, have become so well drilled defensively.
Great ball. I'm going to wait.
And look at the space here.
Go, Reece.
James. Timo
Go,
Werner's
Reece.
ahead of him. James.
Ref!
Slid in and won the ball.
Oh, I thought you didn't win the ball. But right, I'm going to refresh quickly. I'm going to have to refresh because it's behind and it's pissed me off. Don't know why I keep doing that.
It's end-to-end stuff with
It's on quiet. No.
goals looking like they could come at any moment.
Just another moment there from Sterling there, just losing
He
possession.
keeps losing the ball.
You wonder, is he
Sterling.
not quite right? And he hasn't played for a little while there, losing possession cheaply.
If we dominate this now, I'm happy. We need another goal though. 100% need another goal.
It's a header won by Ruben Diaz. His,
Oh, come on, Chilwell, jumping.
Stefan save to deny Ziyech was crucial as well.
Wait, I still want to know where Fernandinho's booking is. Has he been booked? Does anyone know if he's been booked yet? How has he not been booked yet? Mike Dean, you bold bastard.
Rodri.
How has he not been booked yet? That's a good ball.
Jesus.
Well then, Thiago.
By Thiago Silva.
Can't let him get comfortable. Don't let him put pressure on us.
Raheem Sterling.
Well then, Jorginho.
Rodri. Mendy.
Don't let the
Four in
cross
the
in.
middle for Manchester City.
He's still got that left foot. No, he's not.
Swept in towards Sterling, came off Rudiger. There's a clash of heads between the two players. Sterling's okay, Rudiger staying down.
Now Rudiger's down.
He hasn't been
He
booked.
thinks he might have fouled Sterling. I didn't see a clash of heads, but anyway, let's look at it now.
Well, I strongly suspect that Antonio Rudiger is going to be okay. Well, credit where credit is due. Zach Steffen's save here just might have kept City in the cup.
Well, great run again. It just evades Diaz, doesn't it? He just does a really good save there to keep a perfect time. Diaz on his feet to recover. Werner following up. He's got probably more time than he thinks. He might have gone round the keeper at that point.
I'm sure he can go his
Huge
left.
opportunity for Chelsea.
I'm so sure he can go his left. He could have like opened up his body and just slotted it in. I'm sure he didn't do it. He normally does that. I mean, he would have taken. Yo, what's up, Ronnie?
He can't believe it, can he? He knows that was crucial.
Well, it leaves that
The
door
way it is, though,
ajar
isn't it, Wilson?
for
Kill some
Manchester
time.
City, who are
Gundogan.
now
Oh no.
making a
Who's he taking off?
with,
Fernandinho?
Gundogan
Ferran Torres.
coming on, and Ferran Torres
This is going to get harder and harder now.
really got himself in the game, in all honesty.
No, very quiet.
This is going to get harder and harder now when these subs come on.
Gundogan will be in the midfield along with Rodri and Fernandinho.
Well, Gundogan's been immense. He's going to have to do something special for his team now.
Right, here comes a fucking foul.
It's a free kick to Manchester City in a good position here.
Is that what he said? I didn't hear him.
Gundogan been a contender for some of the end of season individual player of the year awards. He's on with 26 minutes to play.
12 and 3.
City free kick,
Run
Chelsea in front.
Ropes, man. It is what it is, mate. I don't really care. This weekend's... Next weekend's when it matters, when I actually like care about my records. So, please get this away.
In goes the
That's a fucking
set
ball.
piece,
Okay,
right
that's
around
good.
the back, and Rodri
I thought that
trying
was in the middle. They went over.
to
It's
meet
good.
it.
It's really disappointing. It's got to count when you get into that kind of position. You want quality on that ball. It wasn't there.
This is the breakthrough.
Well, this is the run, isn't it, from Werner? Always was a problem for City. And then it just a tap in. Ziyech getting his reward. There's no substitute, is there, for pace, and he's got plenty of it.
I heard, Ronnie, you beat him, right?
Hakim Ziyech for Chelsea, 1-0 to the Londoners. Including European games, counting Champions League as a cup competition. This
Yeah,
is
it was.
City's
He's done very well to get that
20th
in.
cup tie
I
of
thought
the
he
season.
missed.
They've won
If
18
I'm
and
honest.
drawn 1 of the previous 19. A draw in Portugal in the Champions League against FC Porto. Otherwise, every single cup tie has been won. 18 of them. They're losing this one.
Just looking at this tactics, though, they've changed it. Sterling's gone out to the right. Gundogan off the front with Foden on one side and Gundogan on the other.
They've given the ball away and it's knocked over the top to Ziyech again. Laporte wants Steffen to come, and he did.
Yeah, he had to call for him, didn't he?
I thought he had that.
Keeper was a little bit uncertain there. That's the right call in the end.
Well, this really is now intriguing because City will push on, obviously.
Shit.
And Chelsea are causing them problems over the top. Here's Sterling running into
Well then,
Jorginho.
Jorginho. Solid.
It's really
Get. I think we need
there,
cover
isn't
on
it,
now, man.
Jorginho?
Get cover on. Just to spice up the midfield a little bit with pressure. Just so Gundogan can't pick the pots,
Gundogan.
because that's what he's doing.
Foden.
Good
block
block.
by Ziyech. Fernandinho to Gabriel Jesus. Laporte.
You see suddenly now those Chelsea wing-backs playing, aren't they, in a back five. City, with those changes, trying to stamp their authority on this game.
Mendy with Reece James here. Reece James
No, well done, Reece James. Solid.
And Fernandinho got a yellow card.
Finally!
So he is now
good
in the book.
Good.
The card which Chelsea
Fucking
could
deserved.
have got quite early on in the game. He's finally come his way.
Fucking hell, man. 4 challenges it took to get him booked.
I wonder if it was when he played advantage when Fernandinho was beaten by Mount for the 3rd time in the game. It could have been that Dean got that out retrospectively a moment later. Here's Fernandinho anyway.
There'll be chance it was Mount. He's been all over him all afternoon.
Jesus with the layoff. It's Foden's ball in. A really good header
Good
by
header by Rudiger there.
Wasn't it? He's straining to get his head on that. Rudiger.
Rudiger's been solid. The defence has been very good today. Can't really complain. Like, passing wise, holding the ball wise, it's been good. Chilwell's had a good game.
It's a really good scrap that, and Rudiger steps in and has lost it, and Sterling is there, and Chilwell did superbly for Chelsea.
They're fighting for one another, aren't they, this Chelsea team?
I think it's time for Havertz.
Manchester City.
I'll get some players on Tuchel, man.
Wembley, they're back here on Sunday, of course, in the Carabao Cup final against Tottenham Hotspur. Here's Gundogan for Manchester City. Cross is drilled in. Foden did
good fucking block, Thiago.
And Thiago Silva's now got him there in the nick of time.
Thank fucking God. What a block.
Difference is made out on that right hand side, linking with Cancelo.
So I'm saying Gundogan's going to cause us problems, man. He's picking pots. We need to get somewhere to mark on him.
Too much at stake. Too many good players out there for us not to get a game in the end. And here it is. In goes the corner. Rodri and over the top. Oh, that's a real chance for Ruben Diaz.
How does he miss that? Well, he came at him quite fast, to be fair.
Certainly was. The quality he has. The ball in, by the way. Rodri just places it across, and you think he's just got to get the faintest of touches on that.
He's topped out like that. He's gone like that. And he's at the top of his head.
Chelsea are making a change, and Mason Mount is not moving very comfortably as he makes way. He's been terrific today, Mount.
Oh,
but he's being replaced by a man in form in Christian.
Okay, it's Christian though. It's Christian. We believe in the American. Come on, big pulley. Big pulley. Change the game, son. Come on, flip it back on his head. Okay, so Mason's took a knock. That's fine. We need him for Tuesday, to be fair. So I'm happy with that. The American dream. Exactly, Watson. Exactly.
Score of a couple of goals against Crystal Palace last weekend in the Premier League. His Foden, lovely turn.
Score of a goal in the cup final last season, wasn't he? And actually went off with a hamstring at the end.
That's right. Got injured later.
No, Ronnie. No. I want to watch it.
It's a high boot from Gabriel Jesus, and it's a free kick.
I don't want to watch extra time. Because I got VFL in 20 minutes.
Can be no complaints there. Thiago Silva covering really well. We talked about how well he does in possession, but example there of his covering. Still feeding that back, isn't he?
Yeah. Chelsea's return really to the upper echelons of English
All right,
football.
we got you next, don't we? After thingy.
Largely through this competition, when guided by Hoddle and then Vialli and Hullet.
Yes, Aaron, I'll be streaming VFL.
Visitors to Wembley.
Oh, Vanna, you got that, son! What a ball by Rudiger.
And it's been a tournament which has been great for them.
Go on, Timo.
Over the last
Take the corner.
years or so.
Oh, dude.
They might be heading for another final.
Just saw there an outball, didn't you, from Rudiger? It's a wonderful ball. This man running onto it, and suddenly there's a corner.
Well, he really was a little magician.
Oh, putting any players up, are we? Come on.
Second Chelsea goal now makes life very
go.
difficult for City.
Go on!
Go the heads. Rodri got something on it. Foden weaving his way out of a tight spot. and finding Gundogan.
Foden's getting so much of this fucking ball, man. Someone snap him, please.
The ball is brilliant, isn't it? Really tight
Kante,
position
get on his
to start
arse.
the move, and now
He didn't mean to do that.
Laid off by Gabriel Jesus. Rodri back to Gabriel Jesus. Rodri. Can he find the Brazilian a third time? It's cleared away to Mendy. Gundogan. Foden. Mendy.
Well in Asby.
Quetta in the way. Mendy. Quetta again. Rodri. There's 2-on-1 over there. It's Sterling.
Overhit.
It's overhit. That's a
That's
real
fair.
shame. That's a real shame.
Fucking hate
Put
the
too
error.
much on that.
He's unreal and he's healthy.
another example, isn't it?
He's
Sterling,
passed
this is
into it
a bit
ropes though, to be honest.
Really
The
good
errors,
play from
but
City.
unreal
Cancelo makes the
otherwise.
extra
He's
man. It's just
broken.
that way to pass. Just gets it
He's
right
been
there.
awful today, Sterling. He's been so bad.
Quetta's down at the moment for Chelsea.
No! No, Asby. Get your old bollocks. Fucking come on, son.
That passing machine is back in place again, isn't it? And you've got Gundogan
Come on,
in
mate.
there.
You've got 27 minutes.
Foden.
27, I can't count. 17.
We talked earlier in the season at West Brom, he didn't like his team anymore, and he was about going back to basics, passing it quickly. That's what they've got to do now.
Well, it is extraordinary given they're going to win the Premier League title very soon. I would imagine that City made their worst start to a Premier League season in 12 years. They only got into the top half of the table in December. 12 points from their first 8 games is all they took. They really turned it around. They drew at home to West Bromwich Albion and kicked on and have barely lost a game since.
Hey, Havertz coming on now.
Havertz is getting some instructions. Chelsea are
I don't know.
15 minutes away from another FA Cup.
I don't know, Alfie. It's just, he's not got the pace, has he? He's got 91 acceleration, but like, he hasn't got. I don't know, he could be alright. I don't know. I just think because so many fullbacks now are just rapid, I don't think he'll get far. I don't know, I've never used it. I've never used him, so I don't know. Yeah, Ronnie, I know. I appreciate it, man. Well, you know how much I appreciate you guys sponsoring up. No one has to sponsor. It's all love, man. It's all love.
Foden back into Laporte.
I know we got 15 minutes plus at a time.
Fernandinho stretching his legs. It's helped on, and Jesus is now trying to bring it down through the
Well then,
crowd.
Georgia, that's not a foul. Fuck
It's
off.
gone to Brown. Mike Dean hasn't given anything. Ziyech dwelt on it, but Chilwell's there.
Well played.
Into Ziyech,
Go on.
danger man.
That's a good challenge, to be fair.
That counter-attack they need to be wary of now, City. But
Yeah, go on.
definitely
That was a big
controlling
taste.
this
The
at the moment.
Phantom no ice, please. Thank you. That's a foul.
It's a foul.
Runs so quickly nowadays.
I'll spot Chelsea, mate.
Foden with the ball.
Foden's causing us so many problems, man. 1 second, guys. See, the problem is, fortunately, his best formation game got me early.
This last 15 minutes is going to be a huge test for Chelsea.
4-4-2 is the one that I normally play. I've been playing 4-2 since I've had Perisic. So. Hashtag no VFL. Fuck off.
Free kick is played to Foden.
He's got nowhere to go.
5 in the middle. The cross is deep. Ruben Dias is nearest it. Headed out by Reece James. Rodri mishit it. Gundogan.
Well then, Kante.
Brilliantly by N'Golo Kante. Now they
Go, Werner!
It's
Go!
Timo Werner for
Go!
Chelsea.
Go!
Pulisic is arriving in the middle. Ziyech is getting forward.
Go, Werner! Oh!
Stefan makes the save. Werner went alone.
Yeah, it's always this tantalising at the
Oh,
moment.
nuns
isn't
when
it?
you're going to be on
Chelsea,
GTA.
they just
Depends
want
how
that
far we
second
get.
goal to
I've got
finish it
kick-off
off with
at
the
8.
counter-attack.
If we win that at half 8,
just
and
keep
so
taking
on.
it too.
And then till 9. So, yeah. Oh, shut up, Gareth. Fucking Villa fan.
It is deliciously poised now.
Sterling's been so bad. Fucking hell. Mom!
No changes are afoot for Chelsea. Will happen shortly. It's good. She's going to have to go and collect that.
Hopefully I can get through the next 2 weeks getting goal 2. Yeah, I think you'll get goal 2 during team season. I think you'll be fine.
Rodri, Fernandinho.
Someone press him.
Run from Sterling's a good one.
Well then, Chilwell.
Oh, it's a good header by Chilwell.
Really important header. We've seen him in the attacking third. There he is, back defending Chilwell.
He's had a really good game today, to be fair, Chilwell. Cheers, guys. Yeah, I'll be in that later. Are you doing sumo? Because obviously it's triple money. I'm assuming you are anyway. Timo coming off.
13 to play. Verdict on Vernon. No goal today, but your thoughts
Yeah,
on
Timo's
him?
coming off. Big Havertz. Come on. He's been sick recently, so.
Ball over the top. He's probably been shouting at him. This is your last run, fella. Make it count. No one could really get to him, so he goes alone. I think that's the right call, to be fair. Nearly comes off.
So Werner is off, Havertz is on, Ziyech, the goal scorer, is off, and Emerson is on.
Emerson?
To man the ramparts at the back, Emerson.
Emerson? What the fuck are we playing? Like 10 at the back?
Quetta didn't get a lot on it, and N'Golo Kante away. There's claim for handball from Manchester City.
Handball?
VAR obviously will check this. Peter Banks, by the way, is the video assistant referee.
Oh, fucking here we go.
The kick was whipped in towards
Right, let's see
the near
this then.
post where Azpilicueta was...
Well, that's really difficult, isn't it, to see it from
What
there.
the fuck's a handball? What? Oh, fuck off, man.
No penalty.
Get out of here.
I think that was absolutely fine.
That's a good run by Rodri.
Oh,
Good
Kante.
chance to N'Golo Kante, fantastic.
Go on, Pully.
Fernandinho.
It's that one counter attack. They're pushing so many players up. One counter attack. That's what it is. We've got the pace up top. We'll be gone. The City are controlling this last 20 minutes.
English side to prevent Manchester City from scoring in a game since late November.
Wait, what's the time? I need to load up FIFA. Switch my PlayStation on.
Sterling popping it off to Foden. Foden to Mendy.
Well then, Reece James, that's solid. Go on, Kante.
Kante's really been excellent in the second half.
Go on, Pulley. Oh, Pulley, take a stride. Pulley. We could have a chance there, man.
He's looking, isn't he, just to make that pass for the counter-attack with the two runners in front of him. It's now Havertz and
Yeah, it's alright. Havertz a bit mudded. I'm going to punch this dog.
Chelsea for what remains of this game. 2 minutes to play. For as long as it's 1-0, it's all about holding on to what they have, which at the moment is a huge prize. The FA Cup final.
1 sec.
Can you please sort this Fernandinho.
Put her outside or something.
Fernandinho's cross.
Good header.
Silva away. Rodri underneath it. Gundogan is there.
Get out to him, get out to him. Don't let him take. Well then, Chilwell, that's solid. And again.
Chilwell closing down Sterling.
And again.
João Cancelo. Raheem Sterling. Phil Foden.
No.
Rodri with a little bit of room. Gets the shot away. Aretha Balaga is right
Good
behind
out,
him.
Kepa.
Well, it's good defending again, isn't it? It's shot.
Right, I need to switch screens quickly. 2 seconds. I'm ready to see the fucking game.
Passing, it really is good combination.
Ready to load up
City
clubs.
from distance
Let's
eventually.
FIFA.
Just run out of patience. City.
Well, Chelsea are giving the ball away cheaply here.
Oh, bare messages.
Smothered at the moment, aren't they? By City. He's passing machine they have.
But it's Chelsea who are on the brink of another FA Cup final. And here's Kai Havertz. And he's found Pulisic, and Pulisic...
I'm switching.
Appeal for a foul, which is waved away by an unimpressed Mike Dean.
Well, he nearly got away there, didn't he? Diaz throws everything at that. You see now, don't you, how well they are defensively, the structure of their team.
Fascinating, Thomas Tuchel. This little piece with Gary taking only about 10% of their time is spent working on defence. It doesn't look that way.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Gabriel Jesus for Manchester City.
Well then, Thiago.
By Thiago Silva.
Need to get out of our box, man.
90% of their time must be spent defending the way they are at the moment. Look how organised they are. Back fives in position, midfield's there. No distances between the lines.
Fucking hell. This is actually mad how much we're defending right now.
Manchester City have 7 minutes to keep their quadruple dream alive. It's a great ball into Jesus. It's teed up and it's Sterling who hits it. Was it deflected? Offside flag up anyway. Wouldn't have counted. It was offside.
That was too close. Who was offside?
Offside is here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus offside. Sterling, Jesus was offside anyway.
And it does, he snatches at it, doesn't he, Sterling?
I don't have a clue, Alfie, mate. Thiago Silva's down. Right, whilst he's down, I'm going to quickly switch.
Of this game from quite early on.
And load up clubs, get everything sorted tonight.
Well, Zuma's coming on just in time.
Zuma's coming on anyway. That's fine. Big Zoom. I think we'll be fine.
Starting to get punishing out there, isn't it? The workload for those Chelsea defenders.
We need to, he needs to bring on a midfielder, man. Like, we've got fucking 5 subs. We've used 2. No. 3. 2? 3. Mount. Havertz. And Emerson. Okay, yeah. Emerson's come on.
He's going to have to wait.
Well, it looks like he's asking him, doesn't it? He said, I'm staying.
Oh, Nathan, don't. I was waiting for it for this.
Player of that experience, you trust his intuition.
But he made a good save.
Pulisic.
Why have I gone into Ultimate Team?
Golo Kante, Jorginho, Emerson, scampering forwards.
I can't see the game.
Launched by Fernandinho, watched by Thiago Silva, carefully channeled towards Rudiger. Captured away from Gabriel Jesus. Chilwell here under pressure has lost it though to Fernandinho. Rudiger's there with a strong challenge.
Isn't he absolutely so strong? No, hardly featured, did he, under Frank Lampard? Came in right at the end. So aggressive with his defending.
Here's Mendy. It's Gundogan.
I think everyone's in.
João Cancelo, Gundogan, Rodri.
I think everyone's in. I think.
Ruben Diaz.
I think it's only
Laporte for Manchester City as we are now into the last 5 minutes of normal time. It's a push on Reece James.
Right, let's switch screens again. We're in.
And Thiago Silva's down once more. There are no more reprieves for Thiago Silva's back. He's off. Kurt Zuma's coming on.
Well, you could say he's been extremely professional here, isn't he? But he's genuinely injured. Manfully got on with it, hasn't he? With that back injury, we know what that's all about. Anyone who's had a bad back.
Are you ready, Martin, to give your thoughts about man of the match?
Yes.
It's been interesting, you know.
The standout player today. Ziyech for his goal. Really, I mean, you think about the football that he missed from this time last year.
He has been very good today,
really got going, and today I think he's really ignited his his career at Chelsea. Werner assisted this one, did well also, but Ziyech, for me, has been the standout player.
Oh, I really don't know what Stefan was doing there.
Will that goal send Chelsea into the FA Cup final? Thiago Silva is off and Kurt Zouma is on, and the clock ticks on and the sand runs through Manchester City fingers.
All these stoppages, I think, certainly been in this position myself. You start to wonder, as a Man City player, is it gone now? You need something of inspiration to get you back in this.
Go on, Purdy, just keep running.
There's time, but not much. It's Laporte.
So, oh, he didn't go out. Fuck you.
Kurt Zouma attacking him.
Well done, Rudiger.
It's Mendy. It's Fernandinho. We're into the 89th minute of the FA Cup semi-final, and Chelsea are so close. It escapes Havertz. João Cancelo to Ruben Dias. Mendy. Here's Laporte for Manchester City. Foden.
That's good, Asby. That's solid. I generally thought he would have got man of the match, to be honest. Azpilicueta. He's been fucking unreal today. He's been so good.
To break them down, isn't it?
Be a huge landmark win for Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea.
That'll do. That's fine. Take that.
It's a free kick
Well
to
done,
Manchester City.
And I think as well it'll have a huge bearing on the rest of the season.
That's what we need. Someone not to give Foden time.
Winning a treble was on the end of that semi-final. This is just as big. They play each other in the league, and they could end up playing each other in the Champions League.
It's Foden, and that's another foul by Azpilicueta, and the card is coming out for Cesar Azpilicueta. Been a succession of little fouls from the Chelsea defender over the last 5 minutes.
And 2 on the bounce here. He's getting a little bit desperate.
He won't mind one jump if Chelsea win this semi-final. How much added time? That's the question.
Oi. No. Come here.
5, minimum of 5.
Come here.
Forward it goes. Out by Kurt Zouma. Ruben Dias.
Come here. Come here.
It's going to feel like 15 minutes, isn't it? The amount of passes they have, City.
Just get rid.
Cleared away by Chilwell up to Havertz. Can he hold it up? He can't. Manchester City have the ball. When did you last see Manchester City create so little over the course of an hour and a half?
Okay, come here. Come here. Good boy. Sit.
But it's not about
Sit.
90 minutes, it's about
Hey.
95. And
Sit.
there is still an opportunity.
Guardiola will be telling the money just not to panic, be patient, keep probing, keep looking for that opportunity.
Chelsea are winning.
Here's Foden.
Ref.
Azpilicueta's
Yes,
gone down claiming a foul, and
that's
he's got
big.
one. To City's frustration, it's a free kick to Chelsea in
Are
stoppage
we
time
winning?
at the end of the semi-final.
Oh, a bit more time wasting. Let's go.
And the card is shown to Aymeric Laporte, who shakes his
Sing a
head.
song for us. Nah, not yet.
It's been a pressure, isn't it? I'm sure he's done an awful lot wrong there.
So my food's in now as well. So I can eat that one. Oh, yeah.
Manchester City's colours behind that goal. but it will be Chelsea celebrations very soon, unless Manchester City can drag this game into extra time. Might be an opportunity for Pulisic here. Pulisic inside the port. Pulisic opens up and he's won it for Chelsea. The flag's up and the celebrations are curtailed.
How late?
Offside.
How late? How late?
Well,
how late was
it?
Let's see
This
this.
is very important, isn't it? Little flick there. Yeah. Looks to me as if he just wandered offside once more.
Off. He's just offside.
Certainly the correct decision. It's a smart finish.
It was a smart finish, wasn't it?
Took it pretty well, Thomas Tuchel. It won't be if Manchester City score in the next 2 minutes. Here they come, João Cancelo for City. Raheem Sterling charging forward. Stretching one last time.
Outstanding, wasn't it? He did so well in the build-up for that opportunity.
In by Diaz, attacked by Rodri, off target. Corner kick.
Corner.
Corner kick.
Yeah. But someone had to though. That's the thing. Someone had to kick the shit out of him. Can't give him time. He literally changed the game in an instant.
This will be whipped in.
Oh, please, man.
Can they get this right? In goes the corner kick. Up go the heads, and it's Kepa.
Fucking hell, Kepa, get your hands on it, you silly bastard.
Not sure it was on target, actually.
Well, he can't take that risk, can he? It was Rodri with the header.
That's well done. Ruben Diaz will curl this in. It's come off the head of Jorginho. It's dropping. It's Zuma half away, and Zuma is fouled.
That'll do.
More frustration for Manchester City.
That'll do. You got time.
And Chelsea are so close now they can almost touch the final.
Aaron.
I think there's a bit of disagreement on the dugouts as to whether Zuma was actually hurt or not.
Either way, he was very brave, wasn't he? Puts his head in.
Another yellow card, this time for Ruben Diaz.
Nathan, imagine. This is massive for us, man. From Cal the Dragon. Just get it up there. Get Havertz trying to get on him.
Going to waste as much time as possible here, Chelsea. And why not?
Well, Mike Deans looked at the watch on his left wrist.
Come on, just get it up there.
Whistle is gripped hard in his right palm. Kepa Arrizabalaga clears away downfield. Minimum of 5 minutes are indicated, and 5 minutes have been played.
I am streamer.
Oh.
So thank you.
I will.
Jesus Christ. Where's the time then?
It's Mendy forward. It's Azpilicueta away. It's bounced over the top of Emerson. Rodri trying to win it. Gundogan has won it. Azpilicueta away.
Hello.
João Cancelo with the header. Kai Havertz.
Well then, Havertz.
Emerson for Chelsea. Jorginho.
Ref. Hello.
It's long from Mendy. It's Chelsea into the FA Cup.
Let's go!
No Manchester City
McDonald's celebration.
Chelsea to the cup final.
Let's go.
Hakim Ziyech with the winning goal.
Right, guys. I'm gonna have to love you and leave you quick time. All love and games. But thank you for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back in about an hour. Well, no, about half an hour for our league game. But I'll catch you guys in a bit, and peace.